Welcome back, everyone. If you remember last session, we found our adventurers engaging with some of my own creations. And if we all remember correctly, they weren't faring too great. Hopefully that keeps up. Okay, so with that, Cicero, it is your turn as this boar again turns around about 20 feet from you, and is like this time like looking at both of you, and if it charges this next time, it looks like it's getting mad. It's going to try to do some damage this next time around, which it's not been doing good at so far, so we will see. But it is your turn.
I'll redo that wisdom save just at the top to see. It's only a 10.
Okay. Yeah, we'll still say the DC for that is 12, so you are still frightened.
Okay. Then still shakily summon 2 more daggers. I'm trying and get my breathing down, and my chest is heaving a little bit.
Yeah.
This time I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns.
Nice. Okay.
As the daggers are summoned into my hands, they kind of this twiggy wood kind of sprouts around them, or at least around I guess one of them.
Yeah.
And I will see first one. First one's a 19.
That absolutely is that with disadvantage?
That was with it was either a 25 or a 19.
Perfect.
So.
Okay, that hits. Yeah.
Cool. So let's see. First we'll get 8 points of damage, just normal damage.
Okay, that's good damage.
And I deal an extra D4 psychic damage whenever I hit because of Fey Wanderer. So it's just an extra 1.
Okay.
And then it needs to do a dex save to avoid the Hail of Thorns.
All right, it is going to make a dexterity saving throw. It got a 22.
Cool. That beats my 14. It still takes half damage, though.
Okay. And what is the damage on that?
It was 10, half to 5.
Okay, fine. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I as you release this first dagger, and it splinters off, casting this Hail of Thorn with it. You definitely hit this boar dead center. We'll say it even hits it in a forehead as it splinters out and kind of making it look like a porcupine from all this damage. And as you do this, you do a hefty amount of damage. That so much that the smoke is just pouring off the front of this boar's head now, which is making it look a little bit more evil as it is just a smoking boar. But you have noticed that it has shrunk in considerable size now. So it's gonna have a little bit of trouble running through these trees now. But how does that feel for Cicero? Hitting that, after this thing being your nightmare and you landing such a successful hit. How does that feel for you? I'll say you'll have advantage on your next wisdom saving throw because of this.
There's definitely there's a surprise, I think, at first, because it's that thing again in nightmares. I feel like normally in these nightmares that he has, if he does try to fight back, he'll throw a dagger, but it'll just disappear before it even hits. So he kind of expected the dagger's just gonna disappear. It's not gonna do anything. It's all useless. And then oh no, this is working. It's surprise.
Okay, yeah.
And it's confused surprise, but still a good surprise.
Absolutely.
Which bolsters him enough to do his second attack, because that was just his first attack. This doesn't have Hail of Thorns on it. Still disadvantage. I rolled a 25 and a 19 again.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously that hits.
So 6 piercing damage, and then another 2 psychic damage.
Okay, so 8 altogether?
Yes.
Okay. Some good damage there. Okay. So this thing is now pouring smoke. It is half smoke monster, half boar, as its eyes are just red and laser focused now on you, Cicero, as it is turned all of its attention at you. Is that your turn? A wonderful, great turn, but is that it? Okay, Harvey.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 questions. How far away is the boar from us now?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. And then how big is that ring of oil?
Like,
is it like pretty tight in, or is it kind of
I'll say it's like
bigger?
tight in. Like if this was like
Okay.
we were using a battle map, it'd be like the squares around your characters. So
Okay.
like 5 feet around you.
Okay. Is it flammable? Is it flammable oil? Because it has like a sweet smell. So that's the part that I'm wondering.
You know what? Sure. I like where this questioning is going. We're gonna say sure.
Boggle
I don't know.
Boggle bomb. Boggle bomb.
Boggle. It doesn't say anything in the monster stats, so we're gonna say yes. It is flammable.
Okay. Cause tempted to set it on fire, but being so close to us, would that hurt us?
I will say you can set it on fire. Your
Okay.
first round, you'll be fine. But being with this like boggle is just like dripping from this oil and it's like kind of everywhere. There's a good chance that it spreads.
I don't want to light him on fire.
Well, yeah, I will say like it's not gonna like light him on fire right now. No, it's not gonna like light the boggle on fire.
Okay. Okay, so for the first action, I'm gonna create bonfire.
Okay.
To light it on fire.
Perfect. And we'll say because it's boggle oil, it's like blue flames. Because why not?
Okay.
Blue flames.
Okay, and then in my second attack, I'm going to use the crossbow and attack the boar again.
Okay. So wait, that might be 2 actions. So,
Is that 2 actions?
Yeah.
I know because it's a spell.
Because
so
if you have
that's
extra,
2, that's fine.
So you would be able to do create bonfire this turn, but you have to make an attack action to take the extra attack.
Okay.
Unless
that's
Eldritch
totally
Knight
fine.
has something that allows you to do both, but I'm not quite sure.
That's totally fine. Am I able to still move or do any other sort of action? with
Yeah.
that,
So
or
if you use an action to do create bonfire, you still have your movement and your bonus action if you want to take them.
Is there a tree nearby that I can climb up to?
Yeah, absolutely.
To get above.
Totally.
Where the
Yeah,
boar
you
is?
guys are like the tree line, so there's trees everywhere. You totally can do that.
So I'm going to create the bonfire around there, so it will have to go through that to get to us. And then I'm going to climb the nearest tree to kind of get ready for it.
Okay, totally. Yeah, you create this bonfire. This fire is now around Boggle and Cicero as you climb up this tree. So you would be able to get up 15 feet up this tree, which we'll say there's a tree branch right there. Easy. Okay, so that is that anything else? Any bonus actions or anything?
No, I think that'll be good.
Okay. Boggle's just gonna look around at the fire and just be like, look at you, Cicero, and just arms raised like, what?
Interesting tactics by our Fey friends. Let's see how our newlyweds are faring against their own nightmares.
Almost by instinct, she's just gonna twirl around her longsword and just start hacking at it.
Okay.
Because after she hexblades curses this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And in her as she hexblades curses it, out in Sylvan goes, "You are now the chosen of the you are now chosen to be slain." Comes out in Sylvan.
Nice.
And she'll take her 2 hits.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Those are much better numbers. We like these numbers. That is a 19 and a 22 to hit.
Absolutely. Both of those hit very hard.
Okay.
So give me that damage.
Okay, so I'll need 2d8s plus another. Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll each integer of damage separately.
Yeah, go for it. You also have that hex damage too.
Oh, I would have needed to roll concentration on the hex.
With 9 and 9 damage. Yeah, so if you want to, go ahead. You'd have to beat 2 DC.
D10.
Yeah.
Oh, and she does for both of them, so it's still up.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, roll that hex damage.
Okay. Okay. This is gonna be math. Math is hard. So that is 25 on the first hit.
Whew. All right.
And then, yeah, trauma. The trauma being
Whew, that's a big one.
And then on the second hit, Oh, and that's not adding her charisma yet. So that is a 24 on the first hit, and then the second hit is math 15.
15. So altogether, that's a 24 and a 15.
Yep, because she
Okay.
also has her crystal blade, which adds another D8 to her damage.
Okay, now I gotta do math.
Yeah.
That was a big hit, though. While I am doing math, I will say this is a very hard hit. Yes.
Look, she
Describe
gives
it.
better than she takes.
You do not kill this monster right here and now, but you hit it incredibly low. What does it look like as you are attacking with such ferocity?
There's almost a level of like fluid dance movement to it. It's almost like, you know, like after being in those memories of the endless dance lessons, it is with such a grace and poise, almost otherworldly, as she channels her Fey heritage, to just tackle this head on with poise and dignity.
Absolutely, yeah. You tear into this creature. The more you slash at both of these hits, you die. You really get like deep into this thing with your blade. And you look up after you hit twice, and you see that your family, this creature that once resembled something you knew, is pretty much just large smoke monster now. As you have damaged whatever is holding it together, and it is very much trying to keep itself together with this smoke, but it is struggling very much, and any hit like that again will...
I just checked something real quick. Take 4 damage off of her total. It's been a moment since I've used Hexblade's Curse. It's actually proficiency bonus, not her charisma that gets added to it. So I apologize for that.
You are totally good.
That's 4 off the top.
Yeah, no, statement still stands. This thing is looking very bad. With that being said, do you have anything else to do on your turn?
I think she just has movement, but she's just gonna kind of like hold the line.
Okay. Yeah, squaring up face to face. The smoke monster versus you.
She's gonna try not to take in a deep breath.
Okay.
Hold her breath as well.
I will give you, okay, for sure. Any con saves you have to do against that stuff, I'll give you advantage on because you're doing that.
Okay.
Donovan, it is your turn.
All right. I am now how far away?
If you moved 15, like 5, you're very close. Because, yeah, you're like 5 to 10 at most.
All right. Cool. This thing is looking
bad.
Really, really bad.
Very bloodied. Yes.
I'm going to put my hand on Endora's shoulder, for a kiss on the cheek. Put my hand right in front. Shatter.
Okay. What con save do I have to make there? Wait, it is a con. Okay.
Yeah.
Con save 14.
I'm very surprised that I remembered that was a con save, but okay. Let's roll this. Oh, that is a 15. Does it take half?
Yes, it does take half.
Okay.
D8s. Where are you? Where are my D8s? All right. Is there any possibility that I'm going to be able to kill this thing?
How much is what is the damage for shatter?
3d8, half on a fail or half on a success.
There is
a slight chance.
Mathematically, I don't even think there's a maybe like 1% chance.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it, but I'm definitely going to hurt the shit out of it.
Yeah.
6, 12, 13. Round down or round up?
We'll say round up right now.
Okay, so that would be 6, 12, 13, so that'd be a 7.
7, okay. Yeah, you release the shatter into this creature, and you watch as the smoke like explodes. There's this almost like outline of like the shockwaves from this shatter going off. And when it reforms, it is now about medium sized, and it is very much struggling. Like you might see an arm that's recognizable, maybe like a leg, maybe like someone's lower face. It is very much struggling to keep together, but it is still standing.
But I can't do anything else except stand behind you and just start. That's all I can do right now.
For sure. Okay, so that is, you're just standing there. Is that anything else on your turn?
I can't really do anything else.
Okay. So it is this creature's turn. It is not looking great.
I'm not going to lie, everyone. I was hoping this fight would be a lot more one-sided, but there's still time for things to turn around. Back to the forest.
Can you can you like shoot the oil, or does it just come out of you?
It's like, I can't shoot it. No.
Okay. Just get safe. Hide.
Okay.
Take cover.
The boggle is going to open up a rift and appear right next to you on the tree. Meaning, Cicero, you are now alone, surrounded by a ring of fire, facing this nightmare boar. I dig it. That is the boggle's turn. Now this boar, who is now just full-on smoke monster, locks eye with you, Cicero, and it is going to charge at you, and just hopefully it is going to hit. At least it's hoping. So we'll see.
It's hopeful.
All right, I got a nat 1. So,
Hope again.
yes, I will say with that like psychic damage, it is disoriented. You have definitely done a lot of damage to it this last round. As it locks eyes with you, Cicero, and begins to charge, it like even does that like hoof thing, like, and runs straight at you. We will say that it is misjudging its size now. It was much bigger before. And it's bouncing off the trees that it once was breaking. And it gets to you. It runs through the flames, and we'll say it actually like trips as it hits those flames and rolls, and it goes prone about 10 feet behind you. I'm gonna roll a d6 for this fire damage. Unless does create bonfire, does that have a set damage?
It does, yeah.
Okay,
So
what is
it's a dex save.
Okay.
Actually, wait, is it dex save? Yeah, dex save to get when they're going through the fire, and then if they don't make that, then it's a 1d8 fire damage.
All right, I'm gonna say this is gonna be done with disadvantage because of the nat 1 it got. So another nat 1. So roll a d8 for me.
That would be a 1.
Okay. Damage is damage. This boar runs through the flames, and it is now ignited smoke, as it is like barely a shape of a boar anymore. It just now looks like this smoke creature. All you can really see is its tusks poking out of the smoke and its red eyes as it falls prone about 10 feet behind you, Cicero, as we'll say it's slowly getting up, going to make one more attack, but before it can make one more attack, it is your turn, Cicero.
Cool. I will do my wisdom save.
With advantage.
Oh, yes. The first one, nat 1. The second one was a nat 2. So 5.
All right, still. I mean, this, in Cicero's defense, this is a very terrifying scene happening right now.
Storm. No, I'm scared for other reasons, honestly.
Obviously, storm is raging. This smoke monster is staring at you that's also on fire now. You are surrounded by flames. It is getting dark because of the storm. The wind is picking up, we'll say. It's very dramatic right now. Very cinematic. What do you do?
I guess I will. I guess the only thing I can really do is throw some more daggers.
Hey.
So,
nice.
Throw some daggers. First one is a 20, not natural,
Okay, yeah, that hits.
for 9 plus 1 damage. So 10 damage for that first one.
Yep.
Second one, a 10.
10 does not hit.
So it does not hit. So just that 10 damage again.
Okay, 10 damage. And is that with your psychic damage?
Yeah, those with the +1 psychic
Okay.
damage.
Perfect. So yeah, this thing, you again release your dagger into it. It hits. It is losing form. It's like the wind is blowing the smoke form around. It is struggling to keep this shape it is, but it is still standing, but it's struggling. It's very much struggling, this smoke monster, like, to keep this form. It is incredibly damaged at this point. All right.
I'll yell up to Harvey and I'll say, "Take him down, Hav. You know how."
Harvey.
So Harvey's gonna make a flying leap towards the boar and come landing down on it with his double-bladed scimitar. Make a first attack with that one. Very anime.
I love it.
Right. 22.
That hits. Roll that damage for me.
All right. That is 6.
Okay. As this storm rages around you, as the smoke monster is still ignited in flame, its red eyes staring out at Cicero, this nightmare creature, you come flying down from the tree, both swords, scimitars in hand. How does this look as you finish off this shadow beast, this nightmare creature, something that has plagued both of you?
So it would come down and the scimitar would just kind of like come leaping down, holding both, and it would just kind of drive straight through where the head would be, and almost like it kind of like pulls in. You can kind of see like the smoke kind of pull in, and then just a loud like as the smoke just starts to like fade and dissipate.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll say as the smoke begins to fade, so does the scenery around you. The storm, the forest, the meadow as you remember it, all begins to fade away. And just as sudden as this meadow came upon you, you are back in this incredibly frigid room, standing on this frozen pond, the beast still behind the waterfall, the door with the keyhole still there, and the door where you came from also pretty far behind you at this point.
Well, it's only the beginning, you know.
It is going to start its turn again, releasing these reverse fireflies, almost like soul-sucking fireflies at you, Endora. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage. And that is a DC 12.
That is a 13.
You are able to block out these memories as they come for you. And I will say this thing is going to throw a punch at you with its kind of like almost last remaining strength. So let's see. This is going to be plus 20 plus 3. 11 to hit.
That misses.
All right. How does this look as you have your family, they are weakened, and it goes to throw a punch at you? What do you do to kind of buffer that, to not take any damage here? What does that look like?
Endora does a graceful arc of her shield, bringing it up to just like perfectly block it.
Okay.
And leaving it open for her next round of attacks.
Absolutely. And it is your turn, so go for it.
Oh, she misses. Oh, I'm going to use the Bardic, just real quick.
Okay, go for it, yeah.
Yep. 1d8.
Okay, so I still think it misses.
What is it?
Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Okay, so the 14 will hit, and I highly doubt the 10 will hit.
The 10 does not hit, but the 14 for sure does hit.
Okay. 19 slashing.
All right, how do you slay this creature, this monstrosity of your family? What do you do? This is your moment right here.
And Dora just like with almost the grace of a ballet dancer, turns that blade right around and just like straight through whatever she can assume is its heart, because she's not very well known for her ability to find the hearts of, shadow monsters. But she does her best approximation and then flicks it upwards, and the radiance of the crystal blade kind of like just cuts through it with a graceful arc. And that's how we do.
All right,
and there's just a strong smell of wisteria through the air.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you do that. The radiant glows, and we'll say as this smoke creature, this monster that was made of your family, dissipates, you watch as the rest of the dungeon converts back into what it once was. You see the cells in front of you, you see the cobble and the foliage everywhere, and you see standing in front of you are both of the knights who had combined when you were fighting them, have been split and are now both, almost like a tree cut in half, are both laid down in front of you as they've both been defeated. What do you guys do?
So, they've defeated my first challenge, which many heroes and adventurers have. I'm not too worried about it. Soon, they will start making their way through the real dungeon, and we'll really test if they have what it takes to survive.